How's it going, champions? My name is TV and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about all of the legendary gear sets in one compiled list, and I'm going to have a small description about all of the sets, and I'm going to order them into a certain tier list, and then I'm also going to be covering my new updated ultimate build. And yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into this. There are multiple legendary sets in Shadow of War. Today I'll be ordering them in terms of effectiveness so that you'll know which sets to aim for first. Also, as I said before, at the end I will be covering my renewed ultimate build. Starting things off here, we have the Bright Lord set. This is acquired from completing the Ithilden, I think that's how you pronounce it, effectively the Perm collectibles. This set heavily revolves around Frost and using Elven Rage or the Ring Wraith ability. Unfortunately, the significant reduction in the duration of the Elven Rage ability does actually reduce its overall effectiveness of the ability despite gaining it 50% faster. Which is kind of unfortunate considering if you want to use this set to its fullest potential, you have to sacrifice that 4 out of 4 bonus, which in most other sets should actually act as a bonus rather than, a sort of detriment, but hey. Effectively, this set relies almost entirely on Frost in order to be effective, which means once a captain becomes immune against it, the set becomes useless. However, the set does provide vital crowd control. As a result, I place this in the B tier, strong, but not incredible. Moving on, we have the Vengeance set. On any difficulty apart from Brutal and Gravewalker, this set is pretty substandard. The set's bonuses are quite weak and I frequently end up using it by accident, resulting in a severe punishment for myself. However, the damage increase at low health is very good. On higher difficulties, you will usually be killed in one hit regardless of your health. Therefore, running around with lower health isn't actually a problem. The damage increase is not as great as other sets, so this set will be going into the C tier due to it almost becoming useless in lower difficulties. On to the third video in the series, we have the Outlaw set. I absolutely love this set. This set bonus is very fun to use and has incredible synergy with the gear bonuses. The damage bonus towards enraged enemies is extreme, which effectively removes one of the most dangerous challenges in the entire game. However, this set does require the DLC or some incredibly good luck in online events, and it certainly needs to be used in conjunction with another set to truly become effective. As a result, I'll place this in the A tier because it just doesn't have the capability to become grossly overpowered by itself. Our fourth set is the fabulous Slaughter set. Not only having one of the best aesthetics in the entire game, this set also has some of the best damage boosts. The set's draining factors have a limit on the player, which means it is very effective at higher difficulties. However, the gear bonuses make it very good in lower difficulties as well, as they counteract the draining effect. However, the 4 out of 4 set bonus does not have a limit for allies and beasts, which puts them in significant danger, even with other gear boosts or gems. This means this set cannot advance to overpowered status, so it remains in the A tier. Our fifth armor set is the Fiery Machine set. This set is effectively a weaker Warmonger set. The bonuses provide no significant damage increase, and the ranged weapon is a complete downgrade in comparison to the Warmongers. This set does have some fun with the sappers, but the 4 out of 4 set bonus is beyond useless. As a result, I place this in the not so trash tier. Moving into our sixth set, we have the Dark set. This is perhaps one of the community's favourite sets. This uses poison almost exclusively to deal damage over time. Poison inflicts a percentage of damage, unlike fire, which applies a static amount. So overall, poison is a more effective element. However, using the gear bonuses can almost quadruple your poison damage, as you get upwards of 100% increase to duration and 100% increase to actual damage. So you overall get a 400% bonus. But it's a bit strange, like say it goes for the same duration and you double its damage. Okay, well now you're getting 2 times. But since you're doubling the damage, you're also going to be getting double the damage bonus. So you get 4 times damage overall. Most of you will understand what I'm on about, but just trust me, it's 4 times your poison damage. But effectively means it's very, very good at killing anything that's not immune to poison, which is its main problem, as this set will unfortunately belong in the B tier, as it is very strong, but becomes useless once a captain displays any immunity to it. We're past the halfway point, guys, now, so I'll try to get through this as quickly as possible. Moving on to the Terror set, I can tell you that it isn't very strong. This relies entirely on curses and causing grunts to flee. This set's bonuses are pretty awful, and they were actually skills in the original game, as that just shows how they were running out of ideas for legendary sets. The set bonuses are pretty awful, and the actual gear bonuses provide nothing in terms of damage. However, this set pairs very well with the Mask of the General, which can make this set quite good, and quite fun to use. However, this set's actual impact isn't very significant, so it still ends up in the C tier. Next, we have the Mystic set. This set is fairly useless. Its set's bonuses are exclusive, which means their actual impact is nominal. Plus, this set's main focus is on chain abilities, which aside from stealth chains are beyond bad compared to the other skills you could choose, such as such as Ceaseless Might or the Shadow Brand. There's nothing more to be said about this set. It can have some use if you join it with the machine set, but other than that, it's pretty weak. That is why it belongs in the not so trash tier. The Warmonger set is another element exclusive build. However, this time it revolves around fire. This is quite a fun when paired with 2 pieces from the machine tribe, but even when a captain is vulnerable to fire, the damage is still very low. The 404 bonus though is able to stun a captain even if they are immune to fire, which is actually very good. And as a result, it ends up slightly higher than the machine set at the C tier. Next, we have my new favourite armor set, the Marauder set. The 2/2 set bonus alone already increases the damage of this build significantly higher than any other set. Plus, this set also provides a greater Mirian gain, which makes it even better for early game usage. You will need to get the Treasure Hunter skill to even use this set, but you can get it from as early as level 7, which is certainly sooner than you're expected to get this set. The set relies on no elements, therefore making it effective against everyone regardless of their immunities, and as a result, I definitely place this in the S tier. Literally, it can be used against everyone, and its actual damage is stronger than some of the elemental builds, so, like, there's no reason why this isn't the most overpowered set in the game. The final tribe set is the infamous Feral set. This is almost completely useless, even if you like using beasts. There's no reason to use this set, which is literally the whole point of its existence. This one belongs in the trash. The final set is the Nazgul gear set. Everyone gets this automatically in the story, and the set bonuses are weak, but the gear bonuses are actually incredible. Using one of the new masks from the set is almost mandatory on any build due to their significant impact, especially the Mask of the Undying. However, they must be used with other sets to match the damage of the high tier sets, so I'll place it in the A tier. As you see, I had to substitute some of the symbols simply because I couldn't find them on Google. I'm sure you can figure each of them out. All the details of these sets can be found in my Shadow of War playlist that will be linked at the top right. Alright guys, this is my new unupdated favourite build in the game pretty much. So yeah, pretty much my build it's slightly changed, but really it's the same. We've got, of course, the Outlaw Set and the Mask of the Undying, but then of course we've mixed in the Marauder Set. And yeah, pretty much this series has been quite interesting, I suppose. I tried out a bunch of new playstyles. And yeah, I guess it sort of it gave me a sort of objective to work towards in this game. I'm certain you can continue playing it, and you will be actually getting some gameplay of this particular build in my next video when well, you'll see. I'm going to pretty much be talking over it, talking about something else, but if you want to see gameplay of this particular build, then it will be in the next episode. But yeah, I don't want to make this video too long, but yeah, pretty much this is my new updated build. As you see here, we are of course taking advantage of the Outlaw Set, the Marauder Set, the Mask of the Undying, and Humiliator. So, of course, like, when we have the Mask of the Undying, of course it has one of the best, like, gear bonuses in the entire game. As you see there, Water's Allurion, Spectral Dash costs no focus, and your damage is increased by 33% 5 seconds after use. It's just grossly overpowered. Of course, they did slightly nerf it. You can no longer generate might when using the dash attack, but hey, who really cares? It's unlimited. You're still immortal using it. But as you see there, the actual set bonus for the Ringwraith set is actually very weak. And so I don't really mind the fact that I'm missing out, missing out on like the Iron Guard summoning Revenants or whatever. You know, it's like whatever. I don't really care. And so therefore I can get away with taking Humiliator. However, if you wanted to, you could take the Nazgul sword. Do I even have it? Oh, there it is. I actually have it on this account, but I couldn't be bothered to level it up. But it is very good. As you see there, grunts have a chance to be resurrected when they kill them when you kill them with melee attacks. And you get increased damage when your health is full, which is alright. Don't get me wrong, I just haven't leveled it up because I don't really bother. But yeah, pretty much we use the Outlaw Bow and Outlaw Dagger. So therefore, if we get an enraged enemy, we can chain a stealth attack onto them and just do tons of damage. Also, critical hit damage is increased by 33%. That also applies to headshots, basic critical hits when you're using your sword, and stealth attacks, because stealth attacks and headshots from bows automatically count as critical hits. So you're pretty much getting a 33% damage bonus just from that secondary effect alone. But then, of course, you have the bow, which has the 25% chance to replenish 1 elf shot per ranged kill. That's also quite good. But then, really, the 50% increase in range damage to enraged enemies is just very good. a guy gets enraged, you just put a couple of headshots into him and he just dies instantly. The 50% like bonus damage is applied after all the other multipliers, and so you effectively just get like 5 shots in one whenever you use this, like on brutal difficulty with max damage gems and all that sort of thing. This bonus there allows me to effectively use every single element in the game without having to sacrifice any other piece of gear, or have to pretty much put anything on my Elven Light. I like to keep it bare bones just because the effect looks really cool. Though if I was to run it like for the most effective build, I would put poison on my Elven Light ability. I just think it looks cooler when it's got nothing else on it. But yeah, that's why I use those two. Very, very good. And as we see here, we got the Raider's Armor and the Raider's Rune. Of course, you have defeated enemies have a 25% increased chance of dropping Mirian, so that applies to everything, regardless of how you kill them. And then, of course, followers, enemies that killed by followers rather have an increased chance of dropping Mirian. So when you're in sieges, you have a siege beast, it kills a bunch of dudes. They're gonna have an increased chance of dropping that Mirian, and so you can effectively just get a bunch here. You get 50% increased damage dealt by Uruk allies. That one's just sort of meh. But of course, you've got the 40% reduction again, like range attack damage, which is very, very good. Because hunters and everything are just like the bane of your existence. But yeah, pretty much you pick up the Mirian and you get 2% increase per Mirian gain, so you can literally get like 100% damage boosts just from killing a couple grunts. And really, the amount of snowball you can get just using these two pieces, and then the Humiliator's Unlimited Might, you can just plow through captains. And yeah, pretty much this is the set that I will go to now. It's literally like the best. Unfortunately, of course, you have to get these two bits here, and they do require the DLC. And of course, Humiliator is an epic, not legendary drop, just an epic drop, and so therefore there's no way to guarantee getting it, which is kind of annoying. And of course, you need to get into like the late game, like you need to complete the Shadow Wars Stage 1 to even get the Mask of the Undying. So you still need to put in at least 15 hours before you can get this mask. And so really, the only time you'd ever be able to effectively use this build is either if you get incredibly lucky, or you just sweated it from like the beginning and it's really only be a late game build. Which I suppose is a good thing, because really if you had this from the early game, it's the only thing I'd ever use, and the game would probably get more boring, I suppose. I mean, playing on brutal difficulty does get very, very boring, and so you sort of resort to use like overpowered strategies just to stay relevant, you know. But yeah, pretty much as I said, there's gonna be some gameplay in the next video. And yeah, you'll be able to see what that is. I might as well tell you, I'm pretty much gonna be talking about the sequel for Shadow of War and my sort of ideas for that. I have a lot to talk about in that, so that'll probably be quite a bit long video, but hopefully I'll get lots of gameplay in there of this set. But yeah, I'm pretty much now done with the game. After my next episode, there won't be much more I will cover on this game. Yeah, it's only, yeah, I don't really know where I'm going with this. Pretty much I'm going back to school next week, and so because I'm going to be doing my A levels now, I'm pretty much not going to have nearly as much time to do videos anymore. Of course, I was trying to get them out pretty much every other day. Of course, I kind of messed up with this video, but it's taken quite a while to get this one done actually. But I won't be able to get videos out every other day anymore, and they're probably going to go down to once a week. And since I will be transitioning games, I know there will be a lot of you that may decide to unsubscribe, and I just want to say thank you for all the support of you that will decide to unsubscribe once I stop doing Shadow of War content. But of course, I know a couple of you will be staying because they're subscribed, hopefully, for your boy, and not just the game that we're playing. But yeah, I know it's kind of inconvenient timing because of course video quantity is going to go down, and of course I'm going to be transitioning games. And a combination of those two things could very well kill this channel. I'm perfectly aware of it, though you can't really kill something when it's already half in its grave, so hey, it's whatever. But yeah guys, hope you enjoyed watching this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all the fancy stuff. Of course, I hope all of you have a wonderful day. Cue the music.